What's that? Uh, Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Scores! He did it again!
I just killed him. Before the game, I just killed John Madden because of a stink bomb.
Split special teamers, and now Brown is off to the races. Hurdles, kicks him in.
Giants are coming off a worse week than Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, that was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.
Game's over. Game is finally fucking be over.
Ed, you got to turn your mic on. I think. Got his hand on the button.
And now, our feature program.
Hey, you two. How's it going?
Hola, mi amigos.
We're back.
Who you calling an amigo?
Amigas, me sorry.
Amigas?
Yeah, the ladies. Amigos is the masculine and the amigas is the feminine. I guess about...
I failed Spanish 2 years in a row for a reason.
I'm trying to slowly learn Spanish. I've fallen off a little bit, but I gotta get back in my Duolingo, and 15 minutes a day gets me enough.
Are you sure?
I was able to say, hey, you guys, how are my friends?
Oh, that's more than I can say. I have problems saying I can't speak Spanish in Spanish.
I know just enough to survive in like Mexico or wherever.
No, you don't.
I could say un baño, pantalones, manzanas, agua.
I know what agua means. That's water.
No.
Isn't
Dos
pantalones?
Cervezas or cervezos.
Yeah, isn't that 2 beers?
Dos cervezos. 2 beers.
But they drink warm beer down there.
No.
Oh,
You just gotta drink it fast before it gets warm.
So I could survive enough. Policia.
No, you couldn't. Trust me.
Jerry went down there for work.
I've been there twice. They won't understand you if you don't talk with their slang to it.
I'll be all right.
It'd be like going back to Monty Tech.
I mean, plus I know. I just got that.
It's funny because it's true.
Oh, so bad. So bad. So this is a football show, right?
Yes.
Wait. We're supposed to be talking sports?
Well, this week
Foosball.
Smitty and Chris couldn't join us because, military things.
Right. Well.
No, it's because Ohio State things.
Ohio State things.
Ohio State things?
Yeah, but I'm so used to getting ready for talking stuff. I, by just habit, grabbed my notepad so I could jot down, like, what did we talk about? What's a good title? And, like, jotting down notes. And I'm like, I don't have to do that on this show.
No. Because
my muscle memory is fully kicked in, I guess.
Well, the funny part is that you guys on the talking stuff just shoot the shit for, like, an hour and a half and have no form or factor to go off of.
Well, clearly you haven't listened to the new season.
No, I have not. I wouldn't slacking. I have problems listening because I don't download them because I forget to, and so I end up just listening to sports talk radio when I'm in the car, and then when I'm home, I forget.
How can I expect people that don't know me to listen to my show if the people that know me won't listen to the show?
Because I think the problem is because I know you, I listen to you anyways.
We know you. That's why we don't listen.
So our completely loosely scripted show is very loosely scripted, and it's not like anything like this put together. But we each have unassigned, assigned things. So we have our bookends, which is the misconnections.
Yep.
A top 20 list right after the first set of misconnections. Then is either I do stupid people in news, or Chris does entertainment news, or we flip flop it. And then now Chris does 3 sexual positions. So if he said, "What's the scrunicorn?" you would have to figure out what the scrunicorn is, and then he would tell us what the scrunicorn is. And it's when there's 2 women on all fours and they have dildos strapped to their head, and they have to go around trying to poke each other. So he does that. And we have
sports.
Pick 3. So it's either a military occupation, a city, or an amusement park ride. And Smitty will say the name, and then you have to figure out
What they are?
which one of the three.
Is it kind of like? Is it? Was it the old Adam Sandler tape? Whereas, are they having sex? Or are they working out?
Yeah, but so like if I said Big Bang or Big Boom, Big Boom.
Big Boom.
No. It's one of those. Is it an amusement park ride, a military occupation, or a city?
Big Boom.
Mm-hmm.
I would say a military occupation.
And it is.
Is that the guy who does the big gunner, the artillery?
I don't know. I think we looked it up, and it was like the largest non-nuclear explosion or bomb or whatever that's ever been done.
Oh yeah. Isn't that the Moab?
What's that?
Wasn't the Moab the mother of all bombs?
I don't know. It was. I'm surprised I'm going off of how much memory I have of this. But I remember I made the comment like, that's just lazy writing. Like, what are we gonna call this operation? Big Boom. Hey, that's a great idea. We're gonna call it Operation Big Boom. And there's like, oh. There's several operations that they just got lazy with the name.
Well, that's the military for you, right?
And I'll be perfect and catchy and awesome. So how are we starting this thing? Because usually,
our transplant to college country is going to go over college because Chris is watching the Ohio State Minnesota game that is on TV right now on Fox. But Nate, since our viewers probably don't know where to find you guys, where should they listen to your fun podcast and show?
Oh, I was gonna say before that it was very sweet of Chris to ask for permission to take tonight off.
Yeah, I know, because me and Jerry don't take nights off for Pats games.
Well, you guys have been pretty.
He has extenuating circumstances where he can't sit and podcast and watch the game.
No, he can't.
He has to go to another location to watch the game.
Yes.
So it's kind of there's that double-edged sword.
Living room at his house.
Oh, he's home.
Well, let me phrase that. He can't stream the game and podcast at the same time.
That's the reason. Yep.
Yeah,
You're right.
His internet is that. I didn't realize he was home because the internet at his house sucks.
It's not the greatest, especially if all your roommates are using the same thing. It's.
No, he's not home, Travis. He's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's at base.
He's at his temporary home.
The one below the border, or.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't. I was almost thinking that he had flown back somewhere. So.
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I said no. He's not home.
Well, sometimes when you could do that, you don't go straight home. You go to some other place.
Yeah, they have a really weird onboarding, offboarding system for.
Smitty seems to think that he's playing in Hawaii, because Smitty actually joined us to be on the show, but without being on the show.
I just saw Smitty's message.
The message from Smitty?
Yeah, it says the tripod with exclamation points, so he must be watching us right now.
He is. He says, everyone knows where to find us, because I asked you where to find you guys.
That's right.
Because you guys are on the TISA radio.
Yes, thank you, LP, for bringing me back on topic. So yes, there's TISA, that's Talking Stuff Internet Radio. Right now, it plays nothing but Talking Stuff podcast pretty much 24/7. I think there's Nate and Chris at the movies sprinkled in, and that's pretty much the only place you'll ever hear that learned from mistake podcast that we tried to do. Which is it's a great show. It's just who wants to sit and watch a movie
and talk about it
and to talk about shit. Yeah, it's just weird.
Well, that's because we're not good at talking at movie theaters, because it was beat into us. You don't do that.
Yeah, well, but anyway, so it's tsir.airtime.pro is how you can find every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and every so often there will be the OG Talking Stuff podcast with Nathan and Jason, and that's generally on like a random Friday. And yes, this is the first time I said it is Nathan and Jason because I wanted to spice it up.
You wanted to spice it up.
Yeah. Life partner doesn't even know that about it until just now. You're welcome. I'm waiting for his snap or something at this moment.
of his tripod.
I think he's upset he isn't part of the tripod.
Well, then we'd just be a regular chair. Nathan and Jason, ew.
But it rhymes.
It does. All right, Jeremy. Since you're the college country transplant, you wanna?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, you moved to South Carolina. They're a college country football country.
Hey, South Carolina Gamecocks are bust, man.
No, it's Clemson or bust.
Oh, you're North South Carolina, aren't you?
I'm in Northwest South Carolina.
Yeah, that's why.
Clemson. Is Clemson just Clemson, or what are they called?
They're Clemson.
Just
Tigers?
Yeah.
So go Tigers.
I don't know.
You don't know.
All I know is we might be going to a Clemson game with scouts soon. So.
Oh, there you go. All right. So, Jerry, you want to go over this college football stuff?
Okay, let's talk about some foosball here, Bobby. Some college foosball. This week's big games to watch, according to Chris. The number 4 Ohio State versus Minnesota.
Watch.
Huh?
I said, of course, that's going to be the game that he recommends we watch.
Exactly.
Well, it's on right now.
First Minnesota A. It's currently running on Fox. Will C.J. Stroud live up to the hype? I'm assuming this must be the new Ohio State quarterback since Justin Fields left. And currently, he's not living up to the hype too well. It doesn't look like to me.
No, it looks like he's having a rough go of it.
Yeah, he's overthrown a few balls. He threw one good one that should have been caught, but I mean, Ohio State's real offense has been running the ball currently. But it's only game 1, so I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Time will tell.
Okay, so the number 2 game to watch. Number 19, Penn State versus number 12, Wisconsin. It's on September 4th. That would be on Saturday at noontime on Fox.
Okay.
Penn State hopes to. Oh, will Penn State's hopes be shattered early?
What hopes do they have?
So probably to move up from 19, make it in the top 10.
Yeah, a run at making it to the top, whatever, to make the playoffs this year.
Are they not generally in that position? I don't follow college also.
Penn State
used to. This is the fun part.
So this is what I know of Penn State. Penn State used to be good back in the day.
Yeah, because they had a pedophile as a head coach.
Right. And
no, assistant coach.
Assistant coach, yes.
Yeah, whatever.
And
did they one cover for the other one though? Was it Jerry Sandusky or Joe Paterno?
Joe Paterno was the
covered for Sandusky.
Yeah.
Sandusky was the pervert and
yeah.
Okay.
And since that whole thing went out, their whole football program fell through the floor basically. And they were better last year than they had been in the previous years, but they still haven't recovered from it, is a good way to put it, I guess. So.
Okay. Up next, we got number 1, Alabama versus number 14, Miami. This is also on Saturday at 3:30 on ABC. Can the Hurricanes storm in and dethrone the king? How do you think Alabama's going to do this year? They lost running back, quarterback. They lost a lot of players. How do you think that team's going to be?
All right, go ahead, Nate.
I have a question. Now, you all know how I feel about a particular professional athlete, right? That plays NFL. Do either of you feel like there's so many other teams to talk about than Alabama? I feel like it's always Alabama.
The issue is when you talk sports, you always talk about the teams that win the championships, or are in the running for the championship every year,
or the player that causes that.
Boring though.
But
spice it up, man.
But that's why certain teams are talked about more frequently than others. Because when you're talking about sports, you talk about who's going to win a championship.
I call bullshit.
It's true though.
I know
Nobody cares other than us Nobody
So,
wants to see the Raging Cajuns win the playoffs more than any of us. But nobody, I will only bet 90% of the other people in this country don't even know who the Raging Cajuns are.
See, and that's what I think we need to hang our hat on. Is just be the only podcast that talks about the Raging Cajuns. I think that'd just be the perfect thing for us. That's our big ticket item. It's like trying to go in on the Microsoft Zune or Zoom or whatever their MP3 player was.
Oh, the Zune, yes.
Yeah.
To try and compete with the iPod.
Exactly. That we will be the Zooms of podcasts.
Okay, so besides Nate not wanting to talk about Alabama, what do you think, Travis?
I think Alabama lost a lot, but they still have a really good core that's still there. Well, I shouldn't say they lost a lot. They had a lot drafted last year, but they still have a really good core there. I'm just gonna say it's a good game, but I don't think the Hurricanes are gonna pull it out. I think it's going to be a much closer game than a 14 versus number 1 kind of game.
I don't think so. I think Alabama's going to kill them. That whole system is like a farm system for NFL players currently.
So every
year they lose 10 to 20 players.
I hate
close to 20 per year.
I don't think. I mean, there's a reason why Alabama's number 1. Which again, I know you were talking about it earlier, and I think that you might need to re-explain it to the people that weren't in our conversation about rankings. But this is the first week. Like, I don't understand how they're already number 1. I think it's a little.
They base it off last year's finish, and with the players they lost and the players they currently still have, what they project the team's still going to do. And if you're a high-ranked team, they're going to side on the fact is, okay, this team probably has a good system built, and they'll be able to adapt to players leaving.
Yeah.
I think to me, it seems like it already sets Alabama up as the team. And I get it.
It sets them as the team to beat.
But it should go in blank. Clean slate. First game of the season, you have no power ranking. You're all equal. And see if that might change a dynamic somewhere down the road. Probably not, but whatever.
We're still waiting for... Well, colleges had football longer than there was professional football. And they still don't have a playoff system for a national champion. So
yes, they do.
Well, they it's not like a very good playoff system, I should say. And the playoff system for them is and it's like 4 teams, and it's still very much a flip of the coin as to whether you are considered a playoff team or if you're just a bowl game team.
Yeah.
All right, next. We got the number 23. Nate, do the honors.
I don't know if I can do that anymore still. The Raging Cajuns
versus number 21, Texas. Also on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. on Fox.
I forgot I did that. That makes me feel good.
Can the Cajuns pull the upset on a Power 5 school?
Fuck yeah, they can.
I sure hope so. Let's see. It's
call me a homer, but they're gonna do it.
That's Saturday at 4. I actually might get to watch that game
on Fox.
Yeah, Fox. Well, I'm just thinking if I'll be home or not.
I just need somebody to remind me that it's on.
All right, we'll set reminders.
Someone remind me too.
Alexa, remind me to watch the Raging Cajuns on Saturday at 4.
Jeremy, you have Alexas.
I don't think any of them are hooked up anymore or currently.
Apparently, I don't have an Alexa in here. Or
I know I don't have an Alexa. The FBI, I really don't want the FBI and the CIA listening to me.
They're already listening to you.
You have a cell phone, don't you?
No, that's just Facebook and Google.
They're literally watching us right now. I mean,
yeah, they are. We're on YouTube. Come on.
That's true.
And Skype. Okay, and then the last game, number 5 Georgia versus number 3 Clemson. 7:30 on ABC. I don't know what day that is. He didn't give me a date. He just says 7. I'm assuming that's Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the night game on Saturday. Because we got
which
12.
Powerhouse goes down is what he said. Will Clemson shine without Lawrence and ETN?
Some reason I just want Clemson to win. I have no reason either way. It just.
I think it's gonna be a good game.
Do we know anything about the new Clemson quarterback? Has anybody seen or heard anything of like
I'm sure Chris has plenty of knowledge. I think he's been on the team for a year or two, and
Come
I
on,
think he
you are the
filled in last year when what's his name was out for a game.
When Lawrence was hurt. And
yeah,
they,
Lawrence
they
was out
lost
for a game
that
or
game.
something.
Didn't they play Ohio?
Oh, yeah, they lost to Ohio in a close one.
Yeah, a close one. So he was pretty decent. It was a close game, and he was a good passer if I remember correctly. So
yeah, could be a good game.
It could be a good game. Clemson may pull it out, but who knows?
Well,
All right.
Speaking of pulling it out,
and those are Chris's games to watch for the week.
Yes, those are Chris's top 5 games to watch this weekend.
Chris did a great job bringing us all those great games. So from one games to another, I have a think tank for you both this evening.
You do? Yeah.
I do. It's a top 15.
Okay.
So you guys got to get within the top 10.
Yeah.
The 15 richest NFL owners.
Owners.
You can just tell me the team, and that's fine.
Okay.
I don't expect you guys to know, Sharik Omakar or whatever his name is, and
that owns the Falcons.
Yeah.
Jeremy would know this.
I knew he was talking about. Did I not say it before he did?
Yes, you did.
I totally said the wrong team on purpose. Anyway, so Thick, since you are in the title, you get to go first.
All right, I'm gonna go with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys.
So Jerry Jones is actually the second richest owner in the league.
He's second now. Wow.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Roberto Kraft.
Hang on.
With the New England Patriots.
Where the fuck is my mouse? There it is. All right, so Jerry Jones. Sorry, I'm getting. You did that one. You said Robert of Kraft, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Robert Kraft is number 6. Jerry Jones is worth $8.9 billion.
Wow.
And Robert Kraft is $6.9 billion.
I am going to go with. Well, I can't go with that because there's no one single owner of that team.
So it's not on your list.
So that's not on the list. I will go with the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
They are not on the list.
Really? Oh,
that
I just
owner
lost.
is not worth over $3 billion.
Wow.
I am gonna go with the New York Giants.
It's a good guess. Unfortunately, they are also not on this
Holy
list.
crap. I mean, I didn't lose it right away because I feel like, I'm done. I will go with. Let's see. The San Francisco 49ers.
Well done. Actually, hang on. I'm sorry. He is number 11 on this list, and you guys have to be in the top
10.
But
I'm going to go with the new owners of the Miami
so
Dolphins.
The 49ers owner is Denise York, and she's worth $3.5 billion. And you said the Dolphins?
Yes, Smitty's Dolphins, the new ownership.
Stephen Ross is worth $7 billion and is number 5 on this list.
Oh, I lost.
Well, I mean, you'll lose if you get this next one wrong.
Yeah.
You have 32 choices.
The New Orleans Saints.
Oh, I'm sorry. He is, or Gail Benson, New Orleans Saints owner, is number 12 with $3.4 billion.
All right,
Let's
Jerry.
go with the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons, Arthur Blank is worth $6.2 billion.
How about the Steelers?
The
Oh,
Reed
you guys are
family.
I was say you guys are gonna keep guessing.
Yeah, I figure
We're 4 out of 10, not bad.
I was say, well, Travis got 3 strikes, so.
Is that did that one? No, I got 2 strikes.
No, you got 3.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, because the Saints was number 12. You had to be in the top 10.
Oh yeah.
So, number 15 is Jeffrey Lurie, Eagles owner, $3 billion. Jim Irsay with the Colts and Jimmy Haslam of the Browns. They're tied at 13, so makes 15. But that's the Browns. Gail Benson, which you guys got at number 12. Denise York at number 11. Janice McNear is number 10 with the Texans at $4.1 billion. Number 9 is Stephanie Biscotti with the Ravens, $4.9 billion. Terry Pagula with the Bills, $5.4 billion.
I was gonna guess the Bills, but I'm like, no, they can't have that much money. Apparently, I was
Number
wrong.
7, Arthur Blank. Number 6, Robert Kraft. Number 5, Stephanie Ross, which is the Dolphins. Number 4, which I gave you the very similar name, Saeed Khan.
Is that Jacksonville?
Jacksonville Jaguars. He is worth $8 billion.
You know what's funny is Smitty said Carolina. Jacksonville is taking it all, and then he goes Jacksonville. That man is loaded.
And then, hey boys.
Yeah.
Oh, is he on the YouTube or something?
Yeah, he's commented on the YouTube.
I seriously can't believe either of you didn't guess the Jaguars. Like, that would have been my very first guess.
Well, you lose that much. I don't expect you to have that much money. So
no, so he owns
New ownership.
Newer
owner too.
Is that why they hired a college coach who's going to lose his first season?
Does he own Manchester United?
No, that's the Boston Red Sox.
Kraft.
No.
Oh yeah, the Reds. No, Kraft owns something over there, but I think the
Khan is like the majority holder or like an owner of a premier soccer.
Yeah.
Oh, Manchester United. I know the Red Sox ownership owns Manchester United.
It's a different one though, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then
there's only one Manchester United,
and he's also a multi, clearly billionaire real estate mogul in the United Arab Emirates or something like that, or Saudi Arabia. Anyway, number 3, Stan Kroenke with the Rams, $8.2 billion. You guys got Jerry Jones of the Cowboys and David Tepper of the Carolina Panthers. Jeremy,
really,
$4.5 billion, and he is the 142nd richest person in the world.
Wow. Huh. Well, that's that, huh? This is the first time that Jeremy didn't guess everyone except for the last one to beat Chris right.
That's true. I do enjoy the back and forth between Jeremy and Chris because they are generally like
ridiculously good at these games.
I know. Such good guessers.
It's not a guess if you have random sports knowledge in your head. You don't know where it comes from.
Yes, but Chris is truly guessing for this NFL stuff. And
he's as competitive as you are.
Yeah, and he's so good at it.
Nate's kind of more focused it towards stuff that happened this past season that Chris might know.
This is true because Chris, we've taken Chris over to the NFL side, and he's brought us closer and closer to the college side.
Yeah, I definitely think that keeping it modern or current is going to be more geared towards Chris than it's going to be Jeremy, because Jeremy knows from like 1963 to present.
Speaking of old stuff, Jeremy, when was the last year the leather helmets was a thing?
I think that was 70-something. 72?
I think it was like 1963 or 4.
Because I was talking with one of the other coaches, because they're like, who is your high school coach? And I said Marty Anderson, and they didn't know who that was. And like, he was an old coach. He coached at my Tech, and he played when there was leather helmets still.
1949.
That was the last year of leather helmets. Wow.
It wasn't until 1949 that the NFL officially adopted the plastic helmet.
Huh.
And by the mid-50s, single face bars were added to the helmets, and the first appearance of the radio helmet was introduced.
You want to know something funnier? The cup was invented before the plastic helmet was. The plastic cup.
You can only protect at a time.
All right, so we're going to get into something that's not actually the NFL right away. But, so we had talked a little bit about this, but apparently Jeremy had seen something about this. There was a high school team. So the ESPN, they play high school games once in a while when they're like a top tier have a lot of college recruits going to college. They'll show games. So in
Mostly Texas games.
yeah,
'cause
well, this time it was an Ohio high school football team that misrepresented the numbers of top-tier college recruits on its roster in order to play a nationally televised game on ESPN. And I've been like, they lied about like everything because they got slaughtered 54-0, I think it was, against a team out of South Carolina, I think if I remember correctly, or Florida, I can't remember which. It's in one of those things that I had. Apparently I didn't post both of them. But as this team gets more and more like looked at, there's a lot of weird things that are like showing up in this football teams and this school because they're a Catholic school. They also seem to just try to pick up players even if they're not in school. And they're the Bishop Sycamore School. And so this game that was nationally televised, they had played a game that Friday before. And the more and more people are looking at the school, the Ohio Athletics Association doesn't even recognize them as a football team or as an athletic like a school
apparently
that has.
The governor of Ohio ordered a statewide investigation on Tuesday.
Yeah, this school, by them playing in this nationally televised game and getting slaughtered,
so
it's getting very like people could go to jail for this.
I found the story. So it says Florida powerhouse IMG Academy beat Bishop Sycamore 58-0 in Canton, Ohio, and the game is broadcast on ESPN. The game was part of care. It appears Bishop Sycamore also played Friday, meaning the team had multiple contests in 72 hours active, a virtually unheard of at that level of football. I, like many Ohioans, am concerned.
Like the announcers for the game on ESPN were actually worried for these kids that played for Bishop Sycamore because like they were so far outclassed compared to the Florida team that played them.
Yeah, I'm trying to find an actual like. It doesn't really talk about why like everything that's under investigation. That at least I can't find it.
No, it seems like every other hour there's something else coming out about them. Like something like kids that used to play for that team are saying that they just got, because they played football, they were just passed along, that they graduated high school and they didn't learn a single thing. There's a lot of weird stuff that was going on there, it seems like.
Here's a quote. The definition of school can vary, and that's why I'm kind of careful of what I say, because there's a lot of legitimate online programs that exist.
Yeah.
A lot of kids getting online degrees from colleges.
Right. But
So,
they're not playing in a game like this kind of thing. Because this is, one, you're not supposed to play back-to-back games in 72 hours. Like, you're not supposed to play two, like, full games in 72 hours. You're supposed to have there's a certain amount of time that the NCAA requires in high school compared to college. College is a little bit different. But high school, I think it's like you're only allowed one full game a week, or I think it's 6 quarters technically, because like a JV player can play in a JV game and then play a varsity game, but he can't play a full varsity game, and they can't play, or if he does, he can't play a full JV game. But if he starts varsity, he can't play JV at all. There's a lot of like rules and things that go into it. Because I remember getting told I had a choice. I could play for the JV team or I could play varsity when I was a junior. So,
right. That's kind of crazy, though. I mean, I feel like I need to get more news about this.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I thought you guys had because I knew I saw it because it was blowing up my news feed on Facebook. It was blowing it up on the Google like thing that I scroll up and down on.
Oh my God. So on my news feed, I only see things about like man shot, man caught naked, woman killed.
Well, that's because you talk about like Florida man news.
I get them from everywhere now. But and then on my Facebook news feed, it's Disney, Packers, or some kind of random movie thing. Like it's or NFL news. It's never anything other than those things every so often.
It seems like mine is just anything that has to do with football because I'm coaching, of course, youth football. So it's like anything to do with football is all over my news feeds lately.
Cheerleadersingles.com.
No, nothing like that.
Big fat.
Well, since
what's next?
So what I think we should do is as more and more stuff comes out between this week and next week, we'll see what else we see and see what craziness aspires from it because that's like big news in college and high school football basically. Because if you made it to a televised game and you actually lied and your whole entire like thing may be a farce. So, but we'll hopefully get the actual stuff about it and be able to talk about it next week when everybody's here. All right.
Yeah, I'm making a note so that way we remember to do it.
Yeah, well, that and I also leave it on here until next week, so because I don't delete it at the end of the night. Let's talk about the NFL. So let's talk about the surprise that happened on Tuesday that Nate was not ready for.
Let's be honest here. It's not that I wasn't ready for it. I was surprised that
you were more surprised than any of us in the group chat.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning, Cam Newton was released from the Pats roster because it surprised the hell out of Nate. Because I saw you in the group chat. Did it surprise you, Jeremy?
It did. I was in the middle of scanning stuff, so I wasn't even listening to anything, and all of a sudden my phone just started blowing up with my old neighbors in our group text, and then you guys. It's like, and then my boss texted me. It was like, boom, boom, boom. Also, my phone's like, zzz, for like 5 minutes straight.
Let me guess. We all were saying, "Hey, they released Cam Newton."
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's like, "Wait, they just did it."
So, and it gets better. So later that day, Brian Hoyer was also released, but so he was leaving Mac Jones the only active QB on the roster, because Stidham was placed in IRR, and
you guys picked one up today. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he was out for 6 weeks. Well, I also put this in on Wednesday. I hadn't had any time to
it's okay.
Look into it more.
We're here for you. We're just here for you, man.
But the predictions had them re-sign Hoyer, which they hadn't done, which they have done in the past, but they hadn't done by that time yet. So who did they pick up? Do you know, Nate?
Some old
Gilbert Glenn or Glenn Gilbert or something.
He's an old Navy quarterback.
It's a double G name.
Double G name?
Yeah, it's like Gilbert. Oh my God, what the heck is that kid's name? Pats. Are you kidding me right now?
Nope.
Gilbert Glenn?
Yeah, that sounds right.
So, how do you guys feel about the Pats essentially getting rid of all their quarterbacks except for a rookie when they could have just kept Cam Newton on a bench? And have him back.
So
that way you have an okay quarterback backing up your rookie.
So what I'm thinking is what happened is that they offered Cam the backup position, and he was probably like, "No, I don't want to play backup." And so they ended up just saying, "All right, well, I guess it's time for us to part ways," which would make sense because Cam was all this loyalty and this, that, and the other thing. And of course, he probably wasn't happy when they told him, "Well, we're gonna go with the kid instead of you. So my guess is that when they did that, he was like, let's just, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to sit. Which is understandable because he was a starting quarterback. He thought he was a starting quarterback because he went into each one of those preseason games as a starting quarterback. And
do you guys think that if Cam stayed on that roster, if he would have been like a negative impact on the team's overall morale?
A problem child?
Yeah.
No, I think he would have been a problem for Mac to develop.
Yep.
Where anytime anything happened bad, he'd be on the sideline worrying about thinking that he was going to get his chance to play again and make Mac think that, oh, they're pulling me already because I had one bad throw.
I guess that's true. It can give him a little bit of a peace of mind, I guess.
Yeah, because you got Cam, who has been a starting quarterback since.
Oh, what? A starting quarterback?
A starting quarterback for every season that he wasn't hurt for. And so he technically feels like he feels good. He's supposedly healthy, so why wouldn't he think he was going to start? And they decided to go with the kid, so now he would have been like, well, I'm not going to help out this kid because I want the starting position back. And any chance I can have to get it back, I'm going to get it back.
I actually find it interesting. I actually like Jeremy's perspective because I hadn't thought about that part of it, where that added pressure on, Mac Jones, if he throws a few bad passes and interceptions, like, oh no, are they going to start Cam Newton and pull me off, and vice versa?
Yeah.
Like I never thought of it that way. I thought of it more as a trouble thing. So that's pretty cool that you hit me with that.
No, see, I don't think Cam would be a problem. I'm sure he'd be hyping it up, but any chance he got on the sidelines, anytime he thought, oh, maybe they're going to put me in, I'm going to start warming my arm up. I'm going to get ready to play in case they call on me. And that's what would really start messing with, especially a rookie quarterback, where all of a sudden you see the backup warming up, you think the coaches told him to.
Yeah.
And that's going to really take the confidence that the rookie has, that the rookie thinks the coaches have in him, and completely destroy it pretty quickly.
Now, do you guys think this is a smart plan for the Patriots? I mean, granted, let's say Mac Jones. Well, we'll say Mac Jones is the better quarterback because obviously he's starting and he's the only one on the roster. But do you think that's smart to have your face of the franchise rookie year starting this season?
Yes. In his case, yes. The reason is New England actually has an offensive line. Most of the time, these high drafted first round quarterbacks, they're going to teams that
they came from massive losing seasons.
Yeah,
they're a crappy team.
They're going to teams with a lot of sorry, my iPad was giving me notifications. They're going to teams that have a lot of issues at a lot of spots. Where New England's biggest issue was the person behind center.
Yep.
And the receiving core. In this offseason, they bolstered that receiving core and didn't really do anything to the quarterback position that we thought, till Mac Jones started playing and started to show that he has the ability. My question for you guys, do you think that 5 days that Cam was out of the facility for, that he couldn't go to practice, especially for that day of joint practices where Mac really got to show his hand against the other starters, do you think that kind of set him apart at that point in time, where
I think
wow, this kid really can do it if he has the starters and has his reps, he can really do it?
I think that was basically almost a nail in the coffin for Cam, because he showed that he could hang with the starting line, he could hang with the starting receivers, he could hang against a starting defense. And so the choice to stick with Cam just because the new kid couldn't hang with starters was more not there for Bill's mind, where he said, okay, well, this guy can do the starting stuff. The reads will come along because Cam can't read a defense. He admitted that last season. But the reads will come along, the knowledge of the position will, and at this level will come along, and we may have some bumps in the road, but at least we know where we're going, and the ceiling is so much higher with this kid, because if this is his freshman year and he's looking like this, the possibility of him being a much better quarterback in 3 years' time is so high, as long as he doesn't get hurt, and we have our offensive line back, and they're stout. It was more helpful for them to say, all right, maybe it's worth going with the young kid that can get better, where we know once Cam's arm gets tired or sore, it's going to get much worse.
I think also what probably helped is the ability of this young man to show that he gels with the first team. Because at the beginning of training camp and all that, it was Cam Newton. So, Jones was practicing with the second stringers and kind of like taking second string reps, And I think the fact that without really practicing or at all with the first string, he quarterbacks them well. They respond around him. They take his leadership. I think that bodes mostly well with why he probably got that position. Belichick probably felt that the offense was more receptive to the new quarterback, the young kid, and obviously the fact that there were some issues with Newton because I think he missed some mandatory COVID thing, and he was just kind of being flaky, which is not the Belichick way. So I think all of that kind of played into Jones becoming.
Okay, follow up. Do you think the fact that he's not vaccinated, so if he is in close contact with someone, or if he isn't in an approved NFL facility to get a COVID test, he has to be out for at least 5 days? Do you think that also got taken into the consideration? Because the best ability is availability, and if you're any one moment away from being gone for 5 days to 10 days, depending.
God, that's like a motivational poster right there. What was that again? You gotta be motivated to get motivated. What was that thing you said in the beginning?
Oh, the best ability, or the best.
Best ability is availability.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've never heard that before?
No. Oh my God, no. Like I would have traded
that's been the Patriot way for years now.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Patriots that much, even though I'm fully engaged in a conversation about said Patriots.
First time ever too. I think it's because Brady's no longer there.
Oh, you lost, Nate.
Actually, I'm actually thinking about it. I'm really excited for you guys to have Mac Jones start, because here's a kid that has no drama yet, or no backstory.
No presence about him.
Right. You had Tom Brady for however many long years that he's been there. I don't
20.
And then you go from a in the spotlight major quarterback to the previously probably most spoken about quarterback outside of Michael Vick. So you had two big name quarterbacks in there, and it's like, yeah, who really cares? But now you have a rookie. You have a kid that has the opportunity to really make a name for himself.
To make his own
name. It's fresh. It's new. I'm actually, besides the fact I'm kind of excited to go to the Dolphins-Patriots game, I think I'm more excited now knowing that I get the first game with this rookie playing.
That's Alabama versus Alabama right there. What are you talking about?
It is. Isn't Jalen Hurts an Alabama quarterback too? Is that in here?
Yes. That we'll talk about the week of.
Okay.
Because Smitty will be here.
Yeah, but we could still mention that's a pretty. How do we feel about it now? Then.
Well, did you see how many players were on that team at one point in time in Alabama?
Well, all three. So as of today, because all three quarterbacks that were on that team were pictured in one picture, they are all starting quarterbacks in the NFL currently.
Do they all? Are they all going to play to each other this season? I know that's something.
I don't think so.
I don't know if they're going to play Philly this year.
But that'd be kind of wild if Miami played Philly, Philly played Miami, or Philly played
Patriots.
Thank you. I don't. Yeah, if they all played each other.
Yeah, in a roundabout way.
Oh, I think Smitty's picking Tampa Bay.
Probably. All right, so that's that. So other things that were out this week, since we are a week away from the start of the NFL season, exactly a week. There's already talks about who will be the MVP. Odds?
Already?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, odds they want you. You can make some good money if you can pick a dark horse early season and it pans out.
Yeah, because right now, so the odds have Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Josh Allen as the top 4 picks. And so Mahomes will give you the least amount of money, and even Allen is, I think it was plus 1,200. So you're still not going to get a good amount of money for picking him. But do you think anybody else has a better chance than those 4 to make the MVP this year?
Joe Burrow.
No, Joe Burrow might get comeback player of the year. He's not going to be right till halfway through the year.
Oh, what's his nuts? Baker Mayfield.
I could see Mayfield doing it.
I think to me the Browns have so much upside this season.
Yeah.
Like I think Mayfield's gonna have a pretty great year.
Well, Mayfield was doing good until he got hurt last year, so
it'd be kind of crazy if that rookie running back gets some type of MVP caliber award. What's his name? Not Joseph Adai, right?
No. All right. Which for you talk about Etienne?
That's the one.
He's out for the season with foot surgery. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's out.
You're talking about the other one. Then you're talking about not Etienne, who came out of. Who was the Ohio State running back last year?
Chris would know. Hey, Smitty, text Chris and find out who the Ohio State running back was. Anyhow.
Yeah, anyway, carry on.
So, while Journey's trying to figure out who that running back is, the Colts finally activated Carson Wentz center.
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris. So you think him?
That's the Alabama running back, not the not the Ohio State.
Isn't he with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yes, he is.
It is. I think especially nowadays in the NFL, it is much harder for a running back, receiver, or really anybody other than the quarterback to get MVP.
Pretty much.
It's not like it used to be where you could get a stout running back and win games, or a stout receiver with a crappy quarterback that could win games.
I want Randall Cobb to get MVP.
You realize it's been since 2012 that a non-quarterback has won the MVP?
Really? Who won it?
Can anyone think who might have won it in 2012?
I'm fair. Isn't it that guy that caught the interception when they should have? No.
Was it Moss?
Nope.
Oh, Megatron?
Nope.
Oh, then I don't know.
Mr. All Day.
Oh, Deion Sanders? No.
Deion Sanders
he was retired by then.
Fuck, All Day.
Mr. All Day. I don't remember.
Andy Dalton?
Nope.
No.
He got in trouble for some
our other favorite guy to talk about other than Antonio Brown. He was on the Patriots for a little while.
Nope, he was not.
Was it Ray Lewis?
Nope.
Hold on. He enjoyed the toking?
No, Smitty, it wasn't the Beast.
I don't know.
First name begins with an A.
Antonio Brown?
Nope. Played for the Minnesota Vikings.
Played for the Vikings. Is this your own guessing game, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Oh, Adrian Peterson?
Yep.
I had to look it up. It was driving me crazy.
He was called Mr. All Day. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was All Day AP because he used to. I mean, when he was younger, he could go. he was almost unstoppable.
Oh yeah, cocaine will do that for you.
I still
No,
like all day Andy Dalton.
Peterson never had a drug problem.
No, he had a problem with beating his kids with the switch.
Yep.
Sometimes I wish I could though.
To me, it sounds like the kids had the problem. They didn't know how to listen.
Right.
It wasn't
This
his-
is how you know we're dads.
You know, someone I could see possibly getting the MVP, maybe someone like Aaron Donald.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Who else?
I just happened to look up, and I think Chris is gonna must be swearing at the TV because Ohio is losing 14-10.
Yeah, but there's still plenty of game left.
Yeah.
You know,
but,
what about Russell Wilson?
What about-
I don't think he'll get it.
He's
He's always in the talks at the beginning of the season, but unless they fix that defense, if they don't win, he's not gonna get the chance to be an MVP.
But even when they did win, they didn't give it to him.
Right. He's, for some reason, he always gets overlooked. He is a phenomenal quarterback, but that team just doesn't seem to know how to finish a game and win.
I know who won't be MVP for the league this year.
Who?
Tom Brady.
Are you sure?
Probably not. He'll just be Super Bowl
He's
MVP again.
never going to get MVP.
I think the league has pretty much mandated he's too old to win MVP anymore.
I don't know. He's won it 3 times.
So I'm looking at NFL.com's MVP list, and they have Matt Stafford tied at 3rd. I would actually like to see him get an MVP. Like
Which one were you looking
escaped
at?
Detroit. He got to another kind of like the Ryan Tannehill situation.
Yeah, going to Tennessee, which
Yeah,
was
like,
someone else I was just about to bring up, Mr. Derrick Henry. I mean, especially now with adding Julio Jones to that offense.
True.
That could be
You got Julio Jones, A.J. Brown. I mean, you're not going to be able to stack the box and stop him.
No.
You're going to have to pick your poison with that team. And that guy, he's powerful and fast, and he is a different type of runner.
Smitty said Josh Allen.
He thinks
I
Josh
don't think
Allen
so.
from Buffalo? It's
Yep.
possible. He was in the talks last year for quite a while.
He's a really good young quarterback, which I feel like the media needs to talk more about Josh Allen and the Bills at all. Like the Bills are
Well, the funny part,
going to make the AFC Championship game.
Well, the funny part is he was in talks until he had lost 2 games back to back. But he lost 2 games, one to one was to Kansas City, and I can't remember.
That's an understandable loss,
right? But I can't remember who the other one. But it was also another top tier team, and it wasn't.
Was it the Packers?
Maybe I think it was. And then they stopped. They said, "Oh, he's not MVP." And it's just like, dude, he lost 2 games back to back to like 2 really good
but
teams.
2 other people that are considered MVPs.
Yeah.
In the MVP running, which gives them the bump. That's why.
Right.
You start losing if you lose to one but beat the other. Okay, now you're still in the conversation. You start losing to multiple teams that have people in the contention for MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get pulled quickly.
But it's not like he lost to like a bottom of the barrel team either. So it's just like
it doesn't matter though.
Yeah. All right. So that's enough about the MVPs. So the Colts activated Carl Wentz, center Carson Wentz, center Ryan Kelly, and receiver Zach Pascal. Pascal. Well, that's also how it's also Pascal for a math thing. From reserved COVID-19 list, meaning that they will have a full week of practice before the opener against the Seattle Seahawks. Do you guys think he will start, or will they go with Jacob Eaton, who had to play last week?
I mean, they signed Carson Wentz to a large deal. He's their quarterback. If he's able to come back, he should be back.
Yeah, if his foot's healthy, he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
But they just lost T.Y. Hilton to a neck surgery or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said he's on the the short-term list, so they're
they're
talking
they're-
hopefully by week 4 to 8 he should be back.
Well, that's good. So if he does, now that we know that, so if he is able to play, does that give them a better chance to win the game?
I think they're going to lose to the Seahawks. They haven't practiced enough together. That offense, I mean, that defense is pretty good, but that offense isn't in rhythm.
Ready?
And against a defense, if you're not in rhythm, you're going to get defense is going to eat you alive.
Well, did the Seahawks really do that much with their defense? Because they did have the worst defense in the league last year.
Yes, but their offense can score points.
Yes.
And let's face it, if your offense is nowhere close to on the same page, it doesn't take much to slow you down and stop you.
I can agree with that. All right. And second to last. So, an ex 49ers first round pick, Reuben Foster, who ended up.
Say it.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna say the improper name for this.
Well,
team.
I am, because at the time he was released from the 49ers, the Washington, which were the Redskins at this point in time, signed him, and then he proceeded to get a tear in his ACL and LCL at that time. It happened in 2019. They didn't change their name.
Chose to have those tears. He picked them.
He picked them.
Personally, I want these two.
Yeah. So he worked out for the Jets after sitting since 2019 when it happened, because it happened in the preseason of 2019. But as I was looking up this guy, he has a super checkered background in his past, beating his supposedly beating his girlfriend, a fiance, and a bunch of other things, but they all ended up swearing under oath that he didn't. So but the NFL did put him on a 2-game suspension and they put him on the who's the guy in charge? Commissioner's list.
Commissioner exempt list.
Yeah, and then he ended up only being fined for 2 games without pay. And there was a whole rigmarole that this guy did while he was over Washington. He played for all of, I think it was half a season in total because of it.
So wait, you sure he's not going to Dallas?
He used to. He would have gone to Dallas normally. But he's a linebacker. Do we think after sitting for 2 years and coming off of those kind of injuries, he's going to be able to handle a linebacker duties after being out for those years?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's not going to be in the top 15 to 20 list of linebackers, but I'm sure muscle memory is still a thing, and
the fact is, it wasn't like he was at home sitting on the couch and eating like we eat. He was still working out, maintaining. He wasn't
eating bonbons, Jeremy?
Nope, or ho-hos or Twinkies or
gummy bears,
ding dongs,
or drinking beer, talking football on Thursdays.
So
I'm sure he was drinking beer and talking football on Thursdays. So
yeah, I feel like he'll be fine. Just
especially since it's the Jets.
Exactly. Jets have lost a lot of defensive players this preseason to season-long injuries. So a lot of players they brought in to really bolster that defense. So they're trying everything and anything they can do right now to get someone in there.
And they probably also got him on the cheap.
Probably.
Oh yeah, probably rookie minimum or probably the a veteran minimum.
Yep. And I mean, if this guy's trying to make a comeback and get back into the league after sitting out for 2 years, signs a league minimum with the Jets, shows off well enough, becomes a starter, maybe he gets a multi-year contract with either the Jets or another team, and he has too much to prove, too much to earn to not play well.
Yep. All right. So last and least, all of the teams have now cut their rosters to 53 players, and that is what is needed for the season. Since the announcement of the 53 rosters, there's been quite a few retirements announced. Were there any players that surprised you guys that announced their retirement?
I wish I was more prepared for this question.
Well, that's why I put the little link there, so I figured you could just kind of click on it.
Oh, that's the link above it.
Yeah, that was the link above it. It was the That way it would give you the list of everybody that retired.
Page not found.
I think there's two different links. Well, there's two different links. So there's the top one is HTTPS is one, and then the next one is the next line down. So if you click on each one, Google Docs will actually pull it up for you.
Okay, so let's see. No. Olsen finally retired?
A little surprising.
Pouncey
retired.
Huh?
Julian Edelman? That's
Yeah,
a little surprising to me.
He retired at the end of last season.
Yeah, he retired in the offseason because of his knee issues. They said he was going to have surgery, and just to alleviate the pain, it wasn't something that was going to remain gone. So
I just saw it on this list, and I forgot that he retired. And I was like, "Holy crap, he retired!"
Yeah.
Right now, off of this list I'm looking at, he's the most surprising retirement.
You want to know the retirement I like? That the Pouncey brothers retired together.
Aww.
Did they really?
Yeah, Mike Pouncey and Marquise Pouncey, the centers for the Chargers and the Steelers.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Well, one of them, I think, this one that played for the Steelers, said that he was only going to come back if his brother was still going to play in the NFL. And his brother decided to retire, so he retired.
So, it's kind of surprising it was Alex Smith for me.
No, no one wanted him.
Really? So
I think it's the right time for him.
Issue is he wanted to be that starting quarterback. He wanted a shot to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And because when he went down with his leg injury, he was the starter there, and they were doing well.
Yeah.
But now he's older, major surgeries, and questionable how
long it'll stand up.
Exactly.
So I think the most surprising one for me is either Tramon Williams or Julian Edelman. I think the most upsetting retirement I felt was with Alex Smith. I think I would have liked to see him be able to continuously play on that rehab leg. I think that is like the most upsetting and disappointing retirement.
Well, considering at the time that injury was considered a career-ending injury.
Yeah, like he was never going to walk again, type of thing.
Yeah. Like there was talks that he might lose his leg after it happened too, because of complications and whatnot. So I didn't realize Matt Schaub finally retired.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of big names over these past couple of years that all of a sudden just were up and gone. And
everybody gets older.
Well, it's kind of nice to see that Adam Vinatieri finally officially was retired.
Yeah, that's a sad day. That guy,
because he retired, it made Tom Brady the oldest active NFL player.
I think Phillip Rivers and Jason Witten are kind of surprising retirements as well. Like Phillip Rivers, I see him as like a stubborn old man. Get off my grass, or I'm going to shoot you in the ass.
Well, he's coaching high school football at the high school he went to.
Oh, is he? That's cute.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he needs to do something because he has 20 kids.
This is true. He's got to make some kind of money because he can't just live off of the NFL retirement fund and put his kids through college.
I mean, it's not like he's probably making a lot coaching high school football. I think he's
It's just enough to pay the gas and electric.
Just enough to pay the gas to get to the school.
Yeah.
I'm
all the free lunch and milk he can drink.
As long as it's chocolate milk, it's worth it.
I'm expecting he's trying to work his way to a college. That way he can get all his kids free tuitions.
Yeah, that is the ideal world.
Isn't that like UCLA or something like that? Isn't that the college that he wants to go work for? They seem like they're up to shady shit.
I don't know. Well, no, most colleges, if you work for the college, you can get your kid in there with free tuition for free.
Yeah, after so many years, you get free tuition.
Yeah, at least a state college you can.
Even at all the college levels, and when you're first there, if your kid's just coming in, you get a huge percentage off.
Yeah, I think it's once you're there at least 5 years, then you can start getting free tuition. And
Yeah, because even like some private schools, around here, if you are there longer than 3 years, your kids can go to school there for free, and it's just like, well, that's insane. That's a $50,000 a year school. It's like paying for college almost, and that's private schools around here. Hell, and all you had to be was a janitor there, and you could get free tuition for your kids. So, ain't
Yep.
something to think about.
Are we picking games next Thursday? Is
Well,
that
we're
the-
picking
we're-
this
we're
Thursday
picking-
night's game. I almost
Okay. Yeah,
forgot,
we're-
so thank you about that. Because
yeah, we're picking for Thursday night's game, the Tampa Bay versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, so
Everybody is going with Tampa Bay, right?
it's
I
I
far
feel
assume
like
enough.
that should be self-explanatory for anybody that picks on this.
Yeah, I'd say everyone's picking Tampa unless they specify otherwise.
Yeah, I'd say on good authority that we're all picking Tampa, which kind of makes me want to pick Dallas because, I want to start the season off with 1-0, but I'd rather start with 1-1 1-0 with everybody versus 0-1 against everybody.
So, well, yeah, because that will be. There we go.
Because that game starts next Thursday
That
at
is
like 8:30, something like that.
8:20 on September 9th. So, Nate, you are definitely going with Tampa.
Yeah.
I am going with Tampa. Jerry, you going with Tampa?
I am.
I know Smitty has said Tampa.
Chris
Yeah.
and Smitty had both said Tampa. Because when I said, Chris was like, "Oh, I'll add it to the drive," and he's like, "Hold on, it's Tampa versus Dallas." This is easy. I'm going with Tampa. Do you know what Amanda's gonna go with?
I have extreme confidence that Amanda is going to go with Tampa Bay, but I will ask her really quick.
Well, I'm pretty sure Gail's in the middle of watching a movie, but I am positive she's gonna go with Tampa. And I don't even have to ask her because we know Mo is going with her boy Tom Brady in Tampa.
Oh yeah, he's a 8-hour or 9-hour drive away to the stadium.
Really? It's all?
Yeah,
How much are tickets now that Tom Brady has won a Super Bowl for him?
Jeez.
they're
Can you
crazy.
suck any more cock for Tom Brady?
I didn't say I was gonna go.
No, I'm talking about your brother.
What do you
9
mean?
hours? You see how fucking excited he got?
Yeah.
Settle down,
Well,
big fella.
considering it's 24 hours from here.
Well, see, the thing is, you gotta think 9 hours from you guys is like Buffalo, and who wants to go to Buffalo to watch a game?
Well, now I wouldn't mind going to watch Buffalo, but now
I will
ticket prices
drive
have gotten
down
expensive.
to New Jersey or Washington to watch a game because they're so cheap.
I know.
Amanda went with Tampa.
Amanda went with Tampa, so we don't. We'll double check with Gail tomorrow, but I am
Ooh, I
positive
can
she's
go
going.
see the Falcons versus the football team for $40 a person
There we go.
with
Last-
stouts.
We can
Last
meet
I
Jeremy there.
The
Huh?
Patriots at Giants was $19 a ticket, the cheapest seat.
Yeah.
That's almost worth driving
So Jeremy,
5-6 hours.
if
to
we
go.
drove to Jersey and to a game there, would you meet us there?
That's
No.
about a 7.5, 8-hour drive.
Maybe. I mean,
How far is that
I'd
from
have
you?
hold on. Let me get up Google.
Because you're in North Carolina, right? Are you
South.
okay? But you're northern South Carolina.
Yeah, but I'm on the west side, not the east side.
So would Pittsburgh be more in the middle? That would be expensive tickets.
No. You want to know where the middle from there to here is?
Where?
It's called Midway, Maryland.
Yeah, they'd be the Raven Stadium, which is actually a pretty nice stadium. I've been there.
MetLife, or no,
No,
Giants is MetLife. Sorry, I was googling Giants Stadium.
the Jets is MetLife as well, in case you didn't know.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Where's
But
the
yeah, I went
Washington football
to-
stadium?
I went to Kansas City at Ravens when Joe Flacco was still the quarterback.
Yeah, I'm looking 11 hours minimum to get there from here.
To where? MetLife or Washington?
Yeah, to MetLife.
So that's the Giants, Jets. What about a Washington football team? Where's that stadium?
So for us to FedEx Field in Maryland, it's 7 hours.
Which one's FedEx Field, Nate?
That's Washington's.
That's
Washington.
Washington. So
I'd imagine Baltimore is probably going to be about the same distance.
yeah, it would be probably be closer to Germany by a little bit.
Yeah, I'm about 8 to.
Yeah, we're looking at 7 hours either way to Washington or Maryland.
Well, that's not that bad.
Yeah, Washington or Maryland, they're almost right next to each other. Washington's a little further south.
So we meet for a 1 o'clock game.
Or you could just take a quick flight down and we could go to like Carolina.
Flying now requires me to have this new ID and everything like that I need to get, and
you have to get the ID either way.
Right, but that means I have to go sit at the registry, and I just got another one.
You're too young to be this kind of old and grumpy.
He's a grumpy old man now. Did you get the memo?
This is why I'd just rather drive everywhere.
If you rent the RV, I'll go down with you.
All right.
Because then we can have a proper tailgate.
If it's just gonna be me and you, I don't need a massive RV.
Yeah, but
we can
how else are we gonna store all that meat and
I thought they said the driver's seat and passenger seat.
Did I bring a grill? A nice size grill or a smoker.
Even the small RVs have so much room. It's not even funny.
You get like a 20-foot, 22-foot RV, and it would be plenty of space for you two.
Yeah, we would have more than enough room to cuddle.
I'm just thinking about the tailgate that we gotta have.
Oh yeah.
You just sleep in it and then go home.
Yep. That's what they do everywhere.
You gotta watch some stadiums don't allow, depending where you park to.
This is
for RVs. So only certain places have RV parking.
It would be pretty sweet though, like do like a guy's road trip. We get an RV and we go from say we meet here and we go down to Miami or not, it's a different sporting stadium.
Yeah.
So we watch Patriots game here and then we go to their next away game. And we just take the RV and we tailgate at New England and then we tailgate at the next place and then
and just stay there until the next game.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun. So we'd have to do Patriots and then when they play the Green Bay.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome. I was thinking New England and Miami.
Oh, that'd be fun too, because then we can pick up Smitty halfway down.
Or he meets us up here and we drive him.
He has to move up here anyway, so.
Yeah, his summer home is here.
Yeah, and then we'll just drive down to his winter home and park in his front yard.
And he's gonna have an RV anyway.
Yeah.
We figured it out. We just fly back.
Yep.
But you're gonna have to get that newfangled ID.
Oh. It'd probably be easier to get a passport. I have to show less forms of identification. You know that for that newfangled ID, I have to show them the same birth certificate that I needed for my first ID.
You need that for your passport.
Passport too, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't need to show. I haven't gotten a passport yet, so.
Well, you need it for the passport, so you might as well find it.
Passport's worse. It's like a 6-month wait process too.
Yeah, I have to renew my passport.
Yeah, don't let it expire.
I need to.
I let mine expire. I forgot to.
Oh, geez. I heard letting it expire is even the worst thing you could do right now.
Well, no, I let it expire before. It was short. It was mine was due up near before the pandemic started.
Mm. Well, so you're just hoping that work doesn't have to send you anywhere anytime soon?
Well, now it's my get out of flying free.
Smitty just said the hardest part would be us getting the okay to go do a road trip from Joliet to Miami.
Yeah, I think we would have to beg for Amanda to come stay here and help out with kids a little bit.
I'll say, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. It doesn't matter what Amanda says.
No. I would have to be like, Amanda, will you come please? I need a guy's weekend.
Yeah, it'd be Travis would have the hardest time, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you, Jeremy, would have the hardest time.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be hard for me to find vacation time.
Gail would be very happy to have Travis gone. And would be pissed off at me. And you would have to figure out if it'd be okay with your wife to leave for more than a day.
Well, as long as
That's not business.
as long as I can figure out a way to send her to Florida to her parents' house, I'm set.
There you go.
There you go.
But it's during the school year, so I don't know how it would work.
So this is gonna be the most expensive trip for him versus all of us because he has to pay for 2 vacations.
Yes. I just gotta pay for an RV, but pass tickets are expensive. Maybe we want to go someplace like that when they have back-to-back away games.
Or we just pick another team. I mean, we could follow Washington around or the Jets, or I mean, there's other crappy teams there.
No, you just don't do the same. Just do 2 random games somewhere. What you guys should do: fly down here, and that way, me, you, Smitty.
No, what we do is we all fly to Florida, and then we work our way to the games on the way back up.
we could all fly to go to Tennessee, go Titans, go either to Atlanta or Charlotte, then hit Jacksonville, and then we'd have to plan it out that we could hit like a Thursday, a Sunday, and possibly a Monday game.
I hate to say this, but Charlotte would be the most convenient airport to go to because it's a major hub. So we could fly out of Manchester, go to Charlotte.
Yeah. I can pick you guys up in Charlotte, and
all centralized in Charlotte. We see a Panthers game, and let's say we go to Titan, go Ohio maybe. So
that's a hike.
Well, yeah, but we got to make a big loop. Though, I guess we have to assume that they have home games. But I was gonna say like,
and we'd have to. I mean, if you're doing more than 2 games, you have to plan it out that there's a Thursday, Sunday.
Yeah,
and
it would
Monday
have to be
close enough.
it would have to be a Thursday, a Sunday 1 o'clock, and then we'd have to get a Monday night game.
Yeah.
You know, the only way that this will work is when Kat is doing whatever she is as an adult. Just take that long for all of us to have enough money and lack of responsibilities to do something like that.
And vacation time to
well,
plan
all
it out.
you gotta do is wait until Kat can like wipe her own butt.
To the point where Smitty is like
our grandfather.
He can't legally drive anymore.
That's perfect. We'll drive him around.
Yeah. He'll have one of those motorized scooters and a girl on each leg.
Oh, I wouldn't expect anything less than for Smitty.
All right, you realize we're still in the podcast?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, we'll probably get going.
All right.
Just FYI, we're still.
Oh, thank you, Jerry, for reminding us because we are an hour and 20 anyways.
Yep. I'm going to go spend some time before bed.
Okay,
that's all, folks.
Bye, everybody. See you guys later.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.